Hello. So they just announced that we're gonna have yet another new hero coming really soon. So let's go tab over and read about that. So here's on the Facebook, here's what it says. It says, hey, do you see that the flash on the horizon? A spark tearing through the darkness. Looks like Electra Von Grave is about to rise from the shadows. Makes me think she's gonna be undead, huh? Once crafted by a mad genius for the remnants of fallen warriors, she carries many voices within, each fighting for control, each craving power. Now united, Electra turns pain into strength, suffering into beauty, a protector born from chaos, and maybe something more. Some say she feels like every strike is pleasure, every wound is power, but don't let that fool you, Guardians. Beyond that stitched smile lies a mind sharper than any blade. Who will she fight beside? Augustus and Orion, maybe Polaris, or someone else daring enough to face the storm with her? You'd think if she was undead, though, they would have launched her for a spooky festival, but I mean, look at this design. She just seems, I'm gonna guess she's undead. Doesn't really say anywhere in this description, but let's see here. Darkness brought her back to life, but took away her freedom. So again, implies she's undead. Within her stitched body echoes the voices of fallen warriors, pulling her in different directions. Only by embracing all of her forms and becoming one did she turn into Electra Von Grave, a guardian who knows no pain and turns suffering into strength. Her artifact, Cage Pain, buffs her magic attack. Defender's Covenant is her other one, like her book. It's armor and magic defense. Then she's a strength hero, which is range strength. So she's strength based, but she does magic damage. So, yeah, interesting here. Brace of Pain applies a shield to herself that absorbs some damage. The shield lasts a certain duration. And while it's active, Electra cannot act, move, or be moved, or be affected by control effects. When the shield expires, it explodes, dealing damage to nearby enemies equal to a portion of total damage absorbed during its duration. So it's kind of like Solaris' ult. That's what it sounds like. But without the stun, probably. But it absorbs damage and deals it back. That's kind of like how Solaris' ult works. And Solaris is protected from control effects, too. Sparkle Life deals damage to the nearest enemies, transforms portion damage into health. Interesting. So she has like a... It's kind of like a vampirism. Oath of Protection, for a while. Applies a protective effect to all allied heroes whose current health is lower than Electra's. While the effect is active, a portion of the damage taken by allies is redirected to Electra. During an Embrace of Pain, allies receive the same effect. So is she going to be a tank? Sounds maybe like she might be a tank hero, or at least a support. At the start of battle, converts her armor, magic defense, and dodge into she's a dodger. Dodge into strength, increasing strength for every point lost from these stats. Armor, magic defense, and dodge cannot be changed during battle. So she can't be buffed by dodge. She can't take dodge buffs and armor buffs and magic defense buffs. Interesting. That actually kind of sucks then. Then she's a dodger, but she won't be able to benefit from dodge buffs is what it sounds like. Yeah, I don't know. She does seem like she might be a tank though. Because all that extra strength will be a heck of a lot of extra life. Also means she will rarely be hit with critical hits. She will have pretty good crit resistance. She will also have very good accuracy. She will rarely miss the set. So this just like I said, she's obviously going to be undead. So, you know, her and Lyria could be very good against dodge just because she's going to have extra accuracy and Lyria's going to nerf dodge. But, yeah, now you can do a full undead team and not have to use Phobos. At least, like I said, assuming she's undead. I mean, technically, it's not listed here, but like, she's probably undead. I mean, like I said, we don't see her actual class and subtypes and whatever if she's tank or support or whatever. But yeah, so let's go tab back to the game. All right, so yeah, if we go to Lyria, where is Lyria? Yeah, so her Shackles of Doom. This is greatly, like I said, reduces enemy hero's chance to dodge. Until they can get some dodge buffs up, this is almost completely shuts off dodge. There's a few niche cases where it doesn't totally work, but if you have Electra though, who has higher accuracy, you compare her, like I said, and then Electra's gonna actually hit even if they do have a little bit of dodge still. So, yeah, like I said, undeads are gonna be that much more like said, I think out of control. Like, I mean, Lyria is been a top 5 hero since they introduced her. She absolutely shifted up the metagame quite a bit. There it is. Okay. Gosh. Okay. So there's Corvus. Like, so Corvus, like he's probably one of the things that have kept Undeads from being truly successful. Like Corvus as a main tank is kind of meh. Like, he's okay, but he's just, like, a lot of Undead teams, they aren't even using Corvus. They're just using Lyria up front. So, if Electra Von Grave's an actual Undead tank, she could take Corvus's place, and you could still use Phobos, or you could use Corvus and Electra. Like, if Electra sits in front of Corvus, I feel like he does better behind, like, a second tank. There's only, like, 3 tanks who sit in front of him. It's, like, Aurora, Chaba, and Cleaver. Like, so you would see, like, Corvus like sitting behind Aurora. A lot like said sometimes that could work, but as of main tank, he's kind of meh. A lot of teams just use Lyria as the tank, so we'll see. But then again, if Electra's more of support and she says behind Lyria, that could also work. But yeah, Undead's gonna be a lot better. And then of course Morgan, like, she is a healer, but she can only heal Undead. Like I said, she is most effective as a healer if the whole team's Undead. Otherwise, you usually, like I said, if you're only using, like, Lyria, you need a real healer, right? So, just summons, increases Undead. She also boosts the defense of Undead allies. But Moonlight here, Morgan heals an Undead ally if their health drops below 20%, can be triggered once every 8 seconds for each ally. So this is actually passive. That's kind of what makes it good as it triggers. Like, when they fall below 20%, she heals them. Like, in a triggers, like I said, every 8 seconds for that ally if they're every time they're below 20. So it just can actually be pretty. She's actually could be pretty effective at healing in a full Undead team. Necromancy. This is just increases damage, increase the damage dealt by allied skeletons. This mostly just helps her theme. Also saw hard blocks like Rufus blocks Rufus's res. So this could be good there. But yeah, we'll have to see, like, because she does, just based on, I think she's a strength hero, which is usually the tank one, and just a lot of stuff suggests she's a tank, but she could be support too. Like, we have Lyria, though, who is, like I said, she's a warrior, I believe Lyria's warrior. She's strength-based as well. So, yeah, she's the warrior support, and she's strength-based, so, yeah, it should be really interesting to get another support Undead. Like after Lyria, but they could work together. Could definitely be better than Phobos. But on the other hand, Corvus has kind of been underperforming as a tank for Undead. So if they decide to put another Undead tank, they decide that Corvus ain't the answer. That could be interesting too. I guess we will have to see. But I don't think I saw a release date on them announced. But because they're announcing it's gonna be this month sometime, I can't give you a better update than that. So anyway, not too much more to say on that one. If you want to know more about Lyria, though, I have done several videos about her, and you can find that one of those down below. As always, thank you for watching.